Hey guys, Natasha with the Day with Ethel vlog. Kate Canterbury. I can go on and on and on and roast her the polite way, or I can just tell you how much I loved Hard Pressed. It's her newest release. And let's just say, Sheriff Jackson, he has a lot of ovaries exploding all over the country as I speak. Because if you don't get your hands on him, you're missing out on one. I just don't know. I can't even say like man sculpting, but one swoon-worthy man. And that is Hard Press. Hard Press is one of those stories that I want to reread and fall back in love with Annette and Jackson. Because it's one of those stories that if you read Fresh Catch, you saw them and you heard kind of where Annette was coming from and who she thought her true love was at one time. And that all comes crumbling down in her bookstore one day. But what is what any woman does after her heart's been broken? We drink vodka or wine or tequila. So she goes to the bar. She's drowning out her sorrows. She just feels like she's everything that her sisters and her mother have always said. You're never going to get a guy. You're too plain. They almost consider her Sarah Plain and Tall, but she's not. She's not plain and tall. She is the most energetic, most caring, deserving woman of this story. And that's, I think, why I loved Annette so much. And as she's drowning out her sorrows, the sheriff has to come and rescue her. He takes her to his house. He has been lusting over Annette for quite some time, especially because his office window faces her bookstore. And he's not just lusting over her, he's lusting over her ankles and her beautiful sundresses. I think that's kind of making one of those laugh out loud moments because most men, to hear what they describe, what brought them to their knees, to the woman that they love, it's not something that we all stereotype think. It could be the ankles. And that's what I think it kind of just made me awe all over because he noticed the little things. As Annette is getting over her heartbreak, she ends up at Jackson's house, ends up naked and in his bed. She doesn't remember much, but as she's getting ready, everything comes full force. She may have striptease for him, may have tried to dry hump him, but she's more or less just heartbroken that she did this. So what does she do? She goes home and makes him fresh blueberry muffins, and caramel cinnamon rolls. Man, I'm hungry now. This is, yes, to every man is to his stomach, but the passion and the love Annette puts into her cooking is really shown. She loves to cook. She does it for the right reason. She gives it to the neighbors. She gives it to the firemen. She gives it to all these people. She's a giver. She's not a taker. And as you get to see Annette and you fall in love with her, and then you fall in love with her best friend Brooke, which if you follow Kate, you'll understand. You're going to see that she is everything that her sisters and her mother have never seen. And they're missing out on one beautiful, short, sophisticated person. And then let's go back to Jackson. Jackson, sheriff, has thighs like trunks, has a heart of gold, and I bet you ovaries have exploded all over the world as they read his story. Because Jackson he kind of is one of those guys, he sees the little things and then he does something about it. It takes time. You have to build a romance, but when you've been lusting over somebody from afar, you have to go and get it before it's gone. And that's exactly what Jackson does. He takes time. He knows Annette is struggling. He knows Annette doesn't think she deserves it, but he does. And he loves her for everything about her, from her blueberry muffins and scones to her British bake-off, to the fact that she's giving and caring and she would do anything for anybody. And that's what I think I love about this story, because her inner Annette and Brooks banter back and forth. They're texting, but then just Annette's inner thoughts and her inner monologue, I should say, just make me say, holy shit, how about a book all written like inside your head? Because what we say inside never really comes out clearly when we speak. And I think that's why I enjoyed this book so much, because the dialogue was spot on. and it's Kate Canterbury. So how can you not love everything she does? So guys, go stalk the crap out of Kate on BookBub, on Book in Maine, which you guys all need to get on. Her reader group, there's so much. Her newsletter, she really does do an amazing job. She connects with people on so many different levels because you don't have to be Sarah plain and tall. You can be Natasha from Idaho that is normal, and you can be Annette in Talbott Cove, who is the essence of what a deserving love story is. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.